Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I lock in a whole year? Isn't time kind of, well, unpredictable? And yeah, you're not wrong. Life has its way of throwing curveballs. But here's the thing. There's a secret to making the most of your time, especially this coming year. It's all about setting yourself up in a way that helps you get things done without feeling like you're always running behind. Ever since COVID hit, everything's been thrown off track. And honestly, somewhere in all the chaos, we've all kind of lost that drive we once had. How many times have you promised yourself, this year I'm going to crush it, only to find yourself a few months later wondering where all that excitement went? You make plans, get fired up, but somehow you never quite follow through. We've all been there. But here's the deal. I'm not here to give you motivation or another fluff speech about how anything is possible if you believe in yourself. We all know motivation can get you started, but it's not what keeps you going. It's the grind, it's the discipline. I'm here to give you the real tools, the perspective, and the kick in the teeth to make 2025 the year you actually lock in. This isn't about chasing fleeting motivation. It's about staying consistent when the hype fades, because in the end, it's discipline that gets results, not excitement. Before we dive into the actionable tips, there's something you need to understand. It's all about your why. You know, your reason for getting out of bed in the morning. If you don't know why you're doing something, you're already running in circles. Trust me, we've all been there, chasing goals that don't even matter to us. Think about it like this. Imagine you're walking down a street. If you have a destination in mind, you're focused. You know where you're going. But if you don't have a clue, you'll just wander aimlessly, bumping into things and wondering why you're even outside. So take a moment. Think about why 2025 matters to you. Is it to grow your career, improve your health, travel more? Maybe finally finish that Netflix series you've been putting off. No judgment. All right, you took some time and you've figured out your why. Now what? It's time to turn it into something measurable. Let me explain. If your goal is, I want to be healthier in 2025, that's nice, but how do you measure that? Does it mean running a marathon, losing 10 pounds, or maybe just not feeling winded when you take the stairs? Take something big like I want to be healthier and break it down into bite-sized chunks. Make it clear, make it specific. Something like, I'm going to work out for 30 minutes 3 times a week. That's measurable and you can track your progress. No more vague goals, no more wishful thinking. We're getting real here. Now it's time to break it down into smaller goals. So now you know why you're doing this and what you want to achieve, but make it realistic by breaking it down. The whole eat an elephant one bite at a time thing? Yeah, that applies here. Here's an example. Let's say you want to write a book this year. Sounds huge, right? But if you tell yourself, I'm going to write 500 words every day, it suddenly feels a lot more doable. You're not thinking about finishing the whole book right now. You're just thinking about the next 500 words. And before you know it, you've got a manuscript. Small wins, big results. Now get rid of the perfectionist mindset. Okay, real talk. Let's address the perfectionist elephant in the room. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect before you start something, you're already setting yourself up to fail. You'll never feel like it's the right time. And guess what? There's never a perfect moment. Instead of worrying about getting everything right from the jump, just start. Perfect doesn't exist. Progress does. If you've been telling yourself you're going to start tomorrow because you don't have the perfect outfit or the perfect playlist or the perfect plan, stop it. Just begin. You can tweak things as you go along, but you can't tweak what you haven't started yet. Okay, now one of the most important parts. Celebrate small wins. Look, if you're expecting to go from 0 to 100 in a day, you're going to burn out fast. That's why we need to celebrate the small wins. You might think it's silly, but celebrating the little victories along the way is a huge deal. And I mean the little wins. Let's say you've been sticking to that workout 3 times a week goal. After a month, take a moment to celebrate. Buy yourself a smoothie or a new workout shirt. You just did something good for yourself, so acknowledge it. And when you hit those bigger milestones, maybe treat yourself to a weekend getaway or, if you're like me, a solid nap. You deserve it. Next step is to embrace flexibility. Here's the thing, life is unpredictable. That's just how it goes. So while it's important to have your goals locked in, it's also important to be flexible. Things will come up. You might get sick, have a family emergency, or get a random invitation to a concert that you just can't turn down. And that's okay. Flexibility means you don't freak out when things don't go exactly as planned. It means adjusting and not throwing in the towel just because something didn't happen according to your perfect schedule. Be kind to yourself and understand that life's going to throw a few curveballs. But hey, that's what makes it interesting, right? Now, the biggest one of them all, build consistency, not motivation. Motivation is like that friend who's super excited to hang out for a week and then suddenly vanishes. Consistency, on the other hand, is like the friend who shows up every time. That's the person you want to build in your life. Motivation can be fleeting. Sometimes you'll wake up full of energy and ready to take on the world. Other times, you'll hit snooze 5 times and want to throw your alarm out the window. But if you build consistency, even when you're not feeling it, that's where the magic happens. Here's a little secret. You don't need to feel super motivated to take action. You just need to take action. Whether that's showing up for a workout, writing a page of your book, or cooking a healthy meal, it all adds up. And guess what? Even on the days when you're dragging, those small actions make a big difference over time. Okay, we're almost there. But here's the last step. Regularly review your goals. This isn't a set it and forget it thing. You need to check in with yourself, see how things are going, and make adjustments where needed. Keep yourself accountable. Because let's be real, what you wanted at the beginning of 2025 might look totally different by the time summer rolls around. Take a moment every few months to see what's working and what's not. And if something's not working, don't feel bad about switching gears. It's all about growth and learning, not about sticking to a plan that no longer serves you. Now let me know, what's one goal you're locking in for 2025? Drop it in the comments. And hey, if you like this video, hit that like button, share it with a friend who needs some inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe for more good stuff. Until next time, keep locking it in.